Hello, good morning. In this video, we will get to know BlueJ IDE and execute our Hello Java program with it. But wait, did I just say IDE? Do we know what it means? Probably not. Before moving to BlueJ, I will quickly explain what an IDE is. So look at the figure here. IDE is short form of Integrated Development Environment. What NXI is to woodcutter, gun to the soldier, blow to the farmer, same as IDEs belong to the software developer. Sound quite dramatic, isn't it? Okay, enough of melodrama on my part. So coming back. So basically IDE is a software application which helps the software developer to write code and then compile, test and debug it. You can develop software without IDE also. You can write code in any text editor like Notepad, Sublime, then write commands on the command prompt or terminal to compile the program and then write some more commands to execute it. If you encounter any error during compilation or testing, you need to redo the whole process again. So this is where IDE shine. Then help developer save time for compiling the process, so it can be done by just clicking a button. Typically, an IDE provides a code editor, debugger and compiler all in one. So by using an IDE, you don't need to switch across multiple tools. You can be super efficient by managing all your development related activities in a single tool. Java has some very powerful and mature IDEs. The two most popular Java IDEs are Eclipse and IntelliJ IDEA. But these IDEs are more suitable for professional software development. They have tons of features to boost developer productivity. All these features make them quite complicated. As a beginner software developer, they will overwhelm you with all your complexity and you will end up learning the tools more than learning the languages. For these reasons, ICSE has prescribed BlueJ as the IDE to use for teaching computer applications. BlueJ is an IDE designed specifically for beginners. As you will see, it is very simple and interactive. It has negligible learning curve. You will get started with it very quick. With the context for IDE is set, now let's go to BlueJ and see it in action. So we are ready to look at our first Java program. So in this is a short and simple Java program which prints Hello Java on the console. Although this program is quite short, it includes several key features that are common to all Java programs. We will go through the program line by line and understand key features of Java programs. Don't worry if you get confused and don't understand all the things in this program. So this is just an overview of the concept which will help us to get started. We will discuss these concepts in detail in subsequent chapters. With that out of the way, let's dive into our first program. So these lines at the start of the program are a comment. Comments are ignored by the compiler. Comments are mostly common used by the programmers to document their code. Think of comment as note that you can write in the source code of your program. You can use comments to explain the logic of your code. It will help anyone who is reading the code, that anyone includes you as well. 6 months after writing your code, you will come back to make some changes to it and you will wonder whether this code was written by you. These commands will help you recollect your reasoning for writing the code the way it is. Java provides these three types of comments. This one is a multi-line comments. It starts with the / and asterisk and ends with an asterisk and /. Anything between these two common symbols constitute the text of the comment and is ignored by the compiler. As the name suggests, a multi-line comment, several lines are there. Moving on the next line, it begins with the keyword class. The class keyword tells the compiler that a new class is being defined. And Hello Java is an identifier, that is the name of the class. The complete class definition, including all its bracket enclosed between the opening and closing things in Java. All programs start with a class. No program activity occurs outside classes. We will take a closer look at identifiers and spend a lot of time on classes later in the course. Let's go to the next line. This is a single line comment. It begins with a double forward slash and ends at end of the line. You can use multi-line comments for longer description and single line comments for brief line by line explanation of code. We have now seen two types of comments, single line and multi-line, in this program. So the third type of comment is known as documentation concept comment. Moving on, the next line begins with the main method. So as the name suggests, main method is a main entry point to your program. Program execution begin with the main method, and it is identified with like sensitive words is accompanied with the main method, that is written with this when you saw the screen. So if you change the case of the main, so that will be also changed. So here, due to which your program may fail to run if you change the case, like something is written, you have to separate. If you not write public, if you not write static. So public actually is the access specifier. Class member which are declared as public, meaning class members you can execute anywhere. This is a keyword. So the main method needs to be declared as public because it will be called by code outside of its class when the program is started. Next comes the keyword static. When a method inside a class is declared as static, it can be called without creating the object of that class. Main method needs to be declared as a static because it will call by the Java virtual machine. Even before any object of the class Hello Java can be created. Methods can return a value. In Java, methods need to explicitly state in their definition what kind of value they are going to return. Will they return a number, or will they return a string, or will they return anything at all? The main method is not going to return anything, which tells the compiler through the keyword void in the program. You can pass information to the method in the form of variables. These variables are specified inside the set of parentheses that follow the name of the method. These variables are called parameters of the method. Main method accepts a parameter named argument, which is an array of string. You must be wondering, what is this array of string? So what does it even mean? So, and who supplies values of argument parameter? So this is relatively advanced concept to explain in this overview. So you need to have some understanding of arrays and command line argument to understand this. And I promise to you that I will explain this once we have covered arrays. Next is the opening curly braces which start the body of the main method. So all code of method is enclosed within its opening and closing curly braces. So here in the line, moving to the next line, it prints Hello Java with their exclamation marks on the screen by using the built-in method println. The println method prints the string passed to it on the screen followed by a new line, so that the next output on the screen is printed on the next line. The line begins with system out. System is a predefined class of the Java standard library that provides access to the system, and out is the output stream that is connected to the screen. Don't worry if the last sentence I said didn't make any sense to you. Just remember that we use system out println method to output something on the screen. So the next two closing curly braces mark the end of the main program. Method and Hello Java class separately. So that brings us end of our first